Well, here you go. Here is the Cossack 38. It was a surprise drop on October 28th, 2022. It is the 1938 version of the Cossack, British premium Tier 6 destroyer, which has been in the game for quite some time. That destroyer had one less main gun armament. So the Cossack 38 has 4 turrets of 2 guns. The regular Cossack has 3 turrets of 2 guns. So basically, this is a gunboat is how you want to set it up. I initially set it up as a torpedo boat and quickly crashed and burned. So here is my setup for a gunboat version of the Cossack 38. Commander is Philip Vane. Base trait is casual avoidance. Incoming fire dispersion is improved by 3%. And for inspirations, I went with Rumble here, robotic breath, and it improves the destroyer's main battery range. And then the second inspiration is William Sims, built to last, adds 400 hit points per ship tier, and I think you kind of want that with this destroyer. Under the circumstances, you're really going to be using your main guns to greater effect, and that's why I'm going with more range and a quicker reload, and basically ignoring the torpedoes and using them only as defensive purposes, kind of like the British version of the Kid, actually. First skill is Quick Fix. Incoming splash damage is improved by 8%. Then we have Look at Me Now. See detectability range is improved by 5%. And then I have the standard Perceptive. Incoming damage to your destroyer is improved, and torpedo detectability range is improved. And this is kind of important when you're in the smoke. And then I have Sidestep here, which also improves the main battery range yet again, and improves the incoming fire dispersion, and we do take a hit of the rudder shift time. And I've selected Unstoppable, which improves the engine repair time for the legendary skill, and a special effect improves the damage control party cooldown time by 50%, but it is when you're within 3 kilometers of an enemy ship. That's at legendary rank 1. If you go all the way up to legendary rank 4, that radius goes up to 7.5 kilometers. So for the upgrades, I found that the Cossack 38 did have a pretty bad traverse time, so I improved the main battery traverse speed, but it did take a hit on the main battery reload time. So we're fighting between traverse time, reload time, and range here is what I'm trying to get the best out of all 3 of those. But out of everything, the traverse speed was the worst, so I did go to improve the traverse speed right here. And the second upgrade is Propulsion Mod 2. Time taken to reach full power is improved by 50%. And we went with the Concealment System Mod 1. Detectability range is improved, and incoming fire dispersion is improved by another 5%. This doubles up on your concealment from your camo. Loadout, the ship does have your regular high explosive and armor piercing shells, which we'll get into in a bit, as well as those torpedoes. Consumables, damage control party runs for 5 seconds, reloads every 40 seconds, and there is an unlimited number of those consumables. And then we have the smoke screen generator here, and the duration is 20 seconds. The screen disperses in 85 seconds, but the reload time is 240 seconds. That is 4 minutes, and you have 2 of those consumables. So it is a long reload time, cooldown time on the smoke screen consumable there. Engine boost improves the maximum speed temporarily by 8% when the boost is active. Duration is 120 seconds, and it reloads every 180 seconds. And there are 2 of those consumables. And here are the boosters. I don't necessarily have anything in particular running on the boosters, but this could change during a battle. The ship does come with a Type 9 Premium Permanent Camouflage. See detectability and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. And then the stats. Survivability hit points is 17,200. Armor is non-existent. The artillery, there are 8 guns, as we said. With this build, they reach out to 11.2 kilometers, reload every 5.2 seconds. Traverse time is 15.7 seconds. HE shell damage is 1700 with an 8% chance of setting fire. Armor-piercing shell damage is 2100. Torpedoes, you have one launcher of 4 torpedoes, but they can fire sequentially. Single fire torpedoes, they reload every 96 seconds. Maximum damage is 15,433. The range is 8 kilometers and the speed is 61 knots, which is more or less kind of slow. Here are your defenses, not really much going on here. Maneuverability, maximum speed is 36 knots. Turning circle radius is 610 meters and a 4-second rudder shift time. And then the concealment. Detectability range by sea is 5.5 kilometers. Range by air is 3.1 kilometers. And while you're firing in the smoke, it is 2.4 kilometers. And under the circumstances, this is okay because this is mainly a gunboat. So you don't really want to rely on being in a smoke screen and torping people. So a longer detectability is okay. That's why I didn't go with inspiration of Bay or any of the other concealment inspirations for my commander. Armor, okay, do not get hit. Overview, hidden. Good concealment means the ship can get closer to enemies before being detected. Guns aplenty. A high number of guns allow for a lot of damage from a single salvo, and I guess the Cossack 38 does have a significantly higher damage per minute than the regular Cossack does. Sequential. Torpedoes can be launched one by one, and that is pretty cool to have that option. So then the Cossack 38 is one of the renowned tribal-class destroyers with an emphasis on gunnery over torpedo warfare. During World War II, the ship's AA defenses were reinforced at the cost of one main gun mount, and that is what you had with the normal Cossack. So here you don't have that AA gun mount and you have the extra turret, and that's why you have the higher firepower and a better gunboat essentially. Entered service in 1938, and there were 27 ships in the series. Alright, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go check out some highlights and see what the Cossack 38 is all about. We are in Haven. Couple of destroyers per side, bunch of cruisers, and 2 battleships on the red team, only 1 battleship on the blue team. So yeah, the Cossack 38 has been sitting around since November, late October, November of 2022. I did do the initial video for the setup of the ship and the commander back then, but it kind of got lost in the cracks, as it were, and never was able to finish that complete review video. I did have a couple highlight videos, but nothing really all that interesting, I guess, and with all the other ships and events coming in World of Warships Legends, yeah, like I said, it kind of went by the wayside. And what happened is, well, on March 15th, I'm doing the premium supply mission for Tier 6. I decided to use the Cossack 38, and this is that match. It was pretty interesting, and I thought it would be a slightly educational as well, because spoiler alert, you can finish at the top of the leaderboard and not even break 2000 XP. And that's basically what this match is going to be all about. Here you can see I am starting to capture B, and we're basically doing our job here, capturing bases, trying to spot for our team, and we're just going to see how this shakes out here. There's a New Mexico. Looks like he is backing up. There is a red team destroyer back there, I believe, in that smoke screen. And I'm not really sure why you would create a smoke screen unless you're trying to hide your teammate battleship players. Maybe that's why. In any event, that's a smoke screen. I assume it's from a destroyer. So I'm not really going to do much until I capture this base. Then I'm going to go out and see if I could do something with that New Mexico. But yeah, this is basically a gunship. I'm not really a gunship specialist. I like to play the torpedo destroyer game more, but I guess I'm getting a little bit better at the gunships. And with Van, we definitely try to get the most out of the guns on this boat, and we're going to see that come to play here in a few minutes. But for right now, I am kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with the New Mexico. Here he's sort of like slowing down and he's speeding up. Now he's slowing down again. But because it appears that my teammate right in front of me here is spotted, he's got his smoke going, I decide to not go in that direction and I'm going to go around this island. There's an Icarus over there. Yeah, so that guy was definitely spotted and got blown out of the water. So now I'm going to fire all 4 torpedoes right on the edge of this island here, and if anyone comes out of that area, maybe I'll surprise them, maybe I won't, but that was my play, was to go around the island. Alright, so there's the New Mexico. It looks like he has changed his course and he's going toward B, so I'm going to turn around and head back over in that direction. There you can see there's a Galissonniere, and he is steaming pretty heavy over in this direction. So I'm going to turn around and launch some torpedoes. There's that destroyer over there that I was trying to surprise with those torpedoes on the edge of the island. And here, because I'm figuring that Galissonniere is turning, I'm just firing some torpedoes way in front of the aiming indicator, and I'm going to see if I can catch him with at least one of those torpedoes. And yeah, he is definitely steaming in that direction. Let's see if that last torpedo catches him. And there, those torpedoes look like they are going to catch him. I'm holding my fire until I see what happens with that torpedo, and it looks like he turned right into it. So, all right, and he's got a flood going, and he is kind of in trouble here. So let's take some shots at him. And that was 3 turrets. We got 5 hits out of 6 guns. Now we've got the full 8-gun complement here, firing at the Galissonniere, and then we take him out on 4 more hits. We did start a fire that was all high explosive, and we took him out. We only have 14,000 damage at this point, but yeah, 1 captured base. We're going to come around here, and our big target is that New Mexico right there, but the red team destroyer is over in that smoke. I think that's from the destroyer.
Engine boost activated.
And we are going to angle in. Yeah, so look at this. We are way up on ships, but they have 3 bases captured. So if the wrong thing happens here, we could quickly lose this match in a very short amount of time, actually. It doesn't take long for those points to tick up. And there I'm being spotted, and that is that destroyer, the Icarus over there. And we're going to try to take him out with the guns. And we are ignoring that battleship over there. You can see that he missed, and the Icarus is gone. But now we are definitely spotted by the New Mexico. So here I'm going to deploy my smoke screen, and let's see if anyone can do any blind firing. And that's kind of close, but they didn't get me. So now I'm going to stay in a smoke screen and maneuver around to try to get some torpedoes in the direction of the New Mexico. And hopefully we can get them. The Cossack 38 has pretty good guns. They seem to reload pretty quick. And here are these single fire torpedoes, and here you go. As soon as I fire the torpedoes, he's turning around. Let's see if we can take him out, and our teammate takes him out. So that is awesome. So there are only 3 ships left, and no doubt we are going to win the match. The only question is, you know, have we done enough to climb the leaderboard at this point? This is what I'm thinking. For sure I'm going to win the match, but I don't think I've done anywhere near enough to be anywhere near the top 3 of the leaderboard is actually what I'm thinking.
Deactivated.
And the Cossack 38 is, you know, it's your normal destroyer, and with all ships in the game, really, depending on the circumstances, you can make do with it. And you could do good, you can do bad. It just depends on the circumstances, basically. And you know, don't take chances when you don't have to, I guess. Where I get into trouble a lot is taking chances when I don't have to try to get, well, I guess I'm probably trying to get a good highlight or something. But here, since I don't know what's really going on over by the smoke, I'm just going to come in here on the edge of B and start capturing this base yet again. I think this is the first base that I captured right at the beginning of the match. We're going to capture it again and hopefully get 2 captured flags. That is a Belfast over there, and maybe that was the guy that was deploying that smoke screen. So, all right, looks like the Belfast is making a U-turn and kind of looks like he is going to beach right there. Look at that. So he's not really doing too well, so we're going to take some shots at him, and this should finish him off, which I was really surprised at. I didn't think this would be enough to finish him, but it did. 6 hits right there, so the Cossack 38 is definitely accurate. No worries there. And we just have a destroyer left, so this was kind of an easy match, and here, oh boy, this, yeah, I go out of the base. So and then now I've got to go through another minute to recapture it again. But basically what's going to happen is I'm going to come up here a little bit and I'm going to hit the brakes and just sit here and capture B, and then I'm going to move on to try to capture a D. But yeah, how can you climb the leaderboard with only 17,000 damage? 2 destroyed ships, 1 captured base. We're going to have 2 captured bases before it's done. So, yeah, at this point, I'm thinking like I have hardly done enough to really do anything. I think I'm going to get a win for sure, but is this going to be my highlight or not? I really don't think that it will be. But in 3 seconds, we're going to go up here and start capturing D. All right, 2 captured bases, 2 destroyed ships, 1 torpedo hit, and 18 main gun hits. So not really a lot of action as far as the main guns or the torpedoes go. It is mostly capturing bases. We've only spotted 3 of the red team, though, so we haven't really done that much spotting. So really, is this going to be enough, or what's going to go on here? And we are almost we're almost at 1,000. So we've swung the captured base situation around, and now we have the 3 captured bases. And pretty soon we're going to have 900 points. And we will probably time out before I could capture the 3rd base. Well, there you go. That is a big time boring victory. I didn't think much happened there, but there you go. All right, 292,000 credits. 17,000 battle performance total damage on 18 main gun hits, 2 destroyed ships, a torpedo hit, a couple of captured bases. So let's see how we did on the team result. Whoa, look at this. Top of the leaderboard overall with only 1,800 XP. Never really expected that. And look at that Dallas down there with 3 destroyed ships with only 1,400 XP. And yeah, not really a lot of XP going on here. And probably it does typify my experience with the Cossack 38. All right, let's see how we did on the economy tab. All right, by the time it was all said and done, we cleared 217,000 credits. All right, well, that's it for the Cossack 38. Overall, it's not really a bad ship, just like any of the other ships in the World of Warships Legends. It seems like, depending on the circumstance, you can do pretty well in any of the ships, actually. And, you know, you take the games as they come, and you take the opportunities as they come. And in this game, capturing those bases and taking out those red team ships when the opportunity arose was basically what it took to get to the top of the leaderboard. If nothing else, you get to see a little bit about what the ship was all about. Let me know what you think down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.